second trial.
3 hours later.
5 hours. I mean, the first trial was 3 hours. Come on. Yoko, you're fucking annoying. Yet some people, there's gotta be at least a few people that think you're a waifu, and that's fucking wrong.
Why
You're a child. I think they're all relatively about the same age. So they're about, like...
He just looks like a child.
Yeah.
Stop it!
Jeez.
Unbelievable.
Where is he? Pikachu! Pikachu!
That's exactly what it looks like.
Pikachu, use your thunder smash! Pikachu! Ow!
Why is charging his thunder smash?
Use your bolts! I'm lightning! Pikachu! Ah! Fuck! Yeah, do the fucking... Alright! Thanks! Venusaur! Alright, enough of that.
Venusaur!
Dude, that's like high school, yeah.
That's after high school.
Well, yeah! It's because you're older than me.
Bastard!
That's very disturbing. Just
Anyway, see ya later!
go back to normal, please.
This is
Please.
bad. Like,
Show some spirit! This, too, must be the will of causality.
Well, this time I actually have abilities, so hopefully it'll be a bit easier. God. Yeah, she's short as fuck. Okay. She's 4'2". She a tiny ass person. She's almost in the midget range.
Yeah.
You mean little people?
Yes. Yes. Sorry,
Politically correct. Over
sorry. Height challenge.
Hey, I'm 1 foot taller than her.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Hello, person! Yes, greetings. She's also 68 pounds, so I'm guessing she's anorexic.
Or she just can be a really tiny little whatever owl they are. High school student.
She eats candy all the time and is 68 pounds.
I mean, Steven eats candy all the time.
Ari!
True.
Where's Ray Kid?
Where's Ray Kid 2001? Alright.
you're so evil!
Where is Ray Kid? Ari, I don't know where Ray Kid is.
We need Ray Kid.
We need Ray Kid up in the house.
Doesn't he only walk through June?
checked if he subscribed to me. Honestly. Hopefully, this doesn't take fucking forever, like last time. I hope not. God damn.
Alright, want some Ray Kid.
I'm gonna try to get the liver.
So,
I'm glad you're back to normal. Holy fucking shit. Like, you just being fucking ripped, like, disturbing. Thank you. Jesus.
impossible!
Impossible.
That is... No, no! Yeah! Like...
I'm trying to find Ray Kid.
Ray Kid 2001.
Because they're good games. Well, this one's not so much. I'd rather watch them play it, but still.
Because anime titty. You know, right? By someone who's not listening.
You know what we should have done?
You say?
Gone back to the Danganronpa anime, and I was gonna find where he says
Byakuya.
Byakuya.
We'll do that.
Like, no,
Yeah, I actually bought some abilities. Like, that's
buy
a-
abilities.
Some of them you buy. Like some of them you like you can't get the one from Yakuya or Terashiro because the trial gets like. All rise for
Now
the trial.
then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Thank
During
you.
the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you
Yeah.
vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Oh, no matter how many times I hear it, it's
It-
such a cool
like with every
rule.
trial, it always seems like, oh hey, this is my first time watching. I don't know what's happening.
Now then, let's first discuss the motive. That masterpiece of gaming, Twilight Syndrome murder case.
Is it really a masterpiece if you have to press down 5 times in order to get the other half of the game? I know.
You missed it.
Basically, this murder is just like the murder in like this Twilight Syndrome murder case video game that Monokuma created. Except he's calling it a masterpiece of gaming, but I disagree because to access the other half of the game, you have to go to the main menu and press down 5 times. Which is some arbitrary bullshit. It's some arbitrary bullshit to realize the case.
What? Who cares about that game?
I don't.
The outcome of this trial should be determined by whether or not we find Mahiru's killer.
Mahiru.
Nevertheless, we shouldn't ignore it. After all, that game is the motive this time.
Yeah, you're right. Then let's try discussing that first.
I'm sure everyone who's beaten the game already knows that it's based on an actual murder case.
Some of us have not beaten that game. Give us a detailed explanation.
It means Twilight Syndrome Murder Case is a non-fiction game. Additionally, some of us are characters in that game too.
Some of us are characters in a video game?
Fourth wall breaking.
I like the one where in Max Payne where they break the fourth wall. You're in a computer game, Max. It's a computer. Funny as hell.
Oh hey, Lewis, what's up? Yeah, my eyes are about to roll out of my fucking head. Because this is ridiculous.
So, I think it's better if we clarify who the characters in the game are first.
Nobody is going to remember this. No. Oh, okay.
You already fucked up?
I see! Girl A is probably Nikon Tsumiki. That timid tone. That definitely sounds like Girl A. Based on the list of names in the staff roll, I can't think of anyone else who would be Girl A.
Why am I in a video game?
Maybe, like, I would actually, like, care. Maybe I would care about, like, the names of the characters if you would give them actual names. Instead of Girl A, Girl B, like, Girl A through Girl E, and then Guy F. Like, it's not even a masterpiece, come on.
A nasty, trashy pig shit like you doesn't have any privacy
Pig
rights.
shit, goddamn.
Ah, a nasty, trashy pig shit. I feel like I heard that in the game too. Huh?
Oh. Because she's Girl B.
I see!
Thank you.
Girl B was short and foul-mouthed. She's probably Hiyoko.
Short and foul-mouthed? That's like the complete opposite of me.
Anyway, let's move on.
Anyway.
Next is Girl
Thank
C.
you, Nagito. Jesus.
I see! Girl C is Ibuki.
Girl, see? Then I'll see you next Tuesday.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Let's move on to Girl D.
And that
I see! Girl
is...
D is Mahi, the victim in this case. Yeah, that's correct. Let's skip Girl E and talk about Guy F. I see! Aren't you Guy F, Ryuhiko? I was in a game? That's fucking stupid.
Agreed.
That
We're in a
reminds
game
me.
right now, my man.
Wasn't there another person whose last name was also Kuzuryu? Another person? It was one of the names on the staff roll. The names were Sumiki, Koizumi, Sayonji, Miyoda, Sato, Kuzuryu, and then another Kuzuryu.
Hold on. Why do you keep saying there were two Kuzuryu?
It's not like I'm wrong. That's how it's written on the staff roll. Since you beat the game, you probably know what this actually means, right?
Siri had an older or little sister? I believe older.
I can prove it with this. In the game, Guy F
Kuzuryu mentions that he has a little sister.
What do you mean, little sister?
This is what Guy F said in the game. It's pretty clear. There's no doubt that Guy F had a little sister. Plus, the sister actually appeared in the game. That's why the name Kuzuryu appeared twice.
By the way, what role did Guy F's little sister, the other Kuzuryu, play? You probably noticed, right?
Hey! Still D. Oh, no. Of course. I'm so bad at remembering.
I see!
The dead high school girl who was the first victim in the game is the only person I can think of.
Based on Guy F's tone in the game, it's clear that Girl E is not his little sister.
Yeah, they had to basically mod because you'll go to like the center of the island immediately after the trial, and then Monokuma puts down like a arcade machine, and that supplies the motor through this murder.
So if the only person
showing
left is the
pretty
dead
much
high school
exactly
girl,
what happened.
then she must be Fuyuhiko's sister. Why do you sound so fucking happy? That's a winning personality you got there. Winning personality? Are you praising me? I was being sarcastic, dumbass.
Hey, you said the game is a work of non-fiction. That means Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
Yeah, I have a little sister. Something wrong with that? It's just a fucking game. Don't go mixing up some video game with reality. It's not just a game. It's definitely based on true events. That's why it's the movie.
You know when the Mafia movies are like,
Don't go making shit up,
what's her
bastard!
name? That did Sweet Dreams. Sweet Dreams,
In Eurythmics?
I guess so, yeah. We took it from the video.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I was gonna say, we'll pull it up, but you will see it.
Then again, he looks like just like a mob type, or like a punk character. Don't know. He might get hit with copyrights. Yeah.
If she was the type to die easily, I'd have fucking killed her myself a long time ago. I mean, when I first entered Hope Speak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and sent me off. It happened just the other day.
About that, you're probably thinking like that because you've lost your memories.
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet! I see. So you're never
This
gonna
game is
accept
rated
that
M.
that game
Can
is
you
based
tell?
on true events, huh? Okay, I understand your attitude toward this class trial now.
Nagito, you seem to be doubting Fuyuhiko a lot. Do you suspect he's the killer?
A mystery that easy would make me feel sad. It wouldn't be good enough to serve as everyone's stepping stone. That's why I'd be much happier if Fuyuhiko wasn't the killer. Okay, you're starting to act weird again.
Anyway, now we've established who all the characters in the game are.
Girl A is Mikan. Girl B is Hiyoko. Girl C
Yeah,
is
except,
Ibuki.
Girl E.
D is Mahiru. And the first victim in the game, that dead high school girl, is Fuyuhiko's little sister.
That's just a story in a fucking game.
If so, then Girl E is Miss Sato.
Could it be? The same Miss Sato who likes white rice?
I don't understand that reference.
I don't know what Sato
Yeah,
we're
I don't
talking about,
understand
but
that reference
I
at
don't
all.
think she's relevant to this case.
But it makes me want to go back and it makes me want to actually look up that reference.
Maybe it's related to
Probably
Gundam's
some
last name,
Japanese
since they're
reference.
both really plain names.
Tanaka may be an ordinary family name, but it's far better than Sato or Suzuki.
Damn. Tanaka hit that Suzuki.
Hey, no one cares about that. Hurry up and talk about the mystery of the game.
Nobody cares.
Huh? What do you mean, mystery of the game?
My, you don't know. I heard that girl E got killed.
Oh, wow. Yeah? Man, we've just been discussing that.
What? No way!
For the
Is
past...
that true?
Oh my god, for the past 15 minutes.
Yeah, this game
Getting killed is so violent, don't you know?
My, such awful times we live in. Why does this happen?
It's almost as if they didn't expect you to play the first game, and this is your first Danganronpa game. So they need to act like it's a
Guys are
mystery.
definitely
like every
friends.
goddamn thing is a mystery.
So the mystery of the game is
You
the
know-
murder of Girl E, correct?
Then let's hurry up and
Yeah.
solve it. Let's first figure out why Girl E was killed.
Yeah.
Crap!
No. I believe she interfered.
Maybe it was the sister. Oh wait.
I see! The reason Girl E was killed is because she killed
I
the
know
first
who the
victim.
killer is too.
I know who the killer is too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You do?
I already know.
Which means Girl E
Man,
was killed as
you do?
revenge for the
Yeah.
dead high school girl.
Really?
Yep.
What do you think, Fuyuhiko? Apparently Girl E was killed. You're fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all. But... Is that true? Girl E, she killed the first victim? In order to make that clear, we need to know more about the case involving the first victim's murder.
It's the murder that occurred in the music room. I knew it would come up, so I prepared in advance.
That's what you were looking up, Michael.
I accidentally saw it when I was trying to look up something for the book.
True.
Look, I made a map of the
I
music
already know
room's
what the
surroundings,
book is because I was
which was the
watching.
stage of the first case.
I'm surprised you
Other
went to
than
all
that,
this trouble.
I have no idea.
Mapping is second nature to retro game fans.
True.
Is it though?
I mean, have you ever had to make your own map before?
No. Never.
You use them. You use them. That's what she's trying to say.
Classic dungeon crawler RPGs have a first-person
Oh,
point
yeah.
of view, so mapping as you play is a basic.
We get it! Let's talk about that later so we can focus on the case.
Thank you, Negamaru.
Then, I'll start explaining. Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, and Girl D were at the entrance hall when they heard the sound of glass breaking. Immediately, they climbed the stairs to the second floor and headed to where they heard that sound. Girl E was in front of the music room on the second floor, and she confirmed that the sound came from in there. But the door to the music room was locked, so Girl D went to get the key from the office. And when the five of them were finally able to go inside, they found the victim's body,
What's that?
dead from a blow to the head.
Yes, okay.
Because the music room's window was broken, the girls thought the killer escaped through there. The sound of breaking glass that they heard at the entrance hall seemed to confirm that. Plus, Girl E's school swimsuit was stolen, so they concluded that the escaped killer was some pervert. How does that sound?
Yep, an understandable explanation. Just as expected from the ultimate gamer who excels at clearing games.
But But it wasn't a pervert, right? Wasn't the real killer Girl E?
Can you beat Donkey Kong? Can you beat Donkey Kong?
Actually, you can't beat Donkey Kong.
I'm aware.
There's no ending.
Because it glitches out at the 28th level.
On every console?
It crashes.
Every console?
Like in the arcade.
Oh, in the arcade it does.
In the arcade, it does that. It crashes after the 28th level.
I was gonna say that the NES version and the
Obviously, Girlie was waiting outside the music room for the other girls after she killed the first victim.
But then again, have you gotten to the 28th level of Donkey Kong before?
No, but I've gotten to the 12th level.
Did she lock the music room from the outside?
Yeah.
Then she would have totally needed the key from the office.
Which means Girlie was hiding that key. We can assume she used it to lock the music room after she left it.
But Girl D was the one who went to the office to get the key to the music room, right?
By the way, since it was never mentioned in the game, we can exclude the possibility of there being a spare key.
You can lock the music room from the inside, right? So from there, Girlie broke the window and escaped, and sprinted to the front of the music room as fast as she could before the others arrived.
Kazuya?
Looks like Kazuya. His hair.
She would have passed by the entrance hall where the other girls were waiting if she tried to do that.
Then, forget this!
Beautiful. Good.
It's not cute to see an old guy sulk.
Hey, is Girl E really the killer? We haven't reached an answer yet.
Finally. First argument, let's do this. God damn, they're still giving me 5 bullets.
This is why I choose easy, because I can't stand when you can do 5 bullets.
After she killed the first victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room?
To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall. Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls should have been there.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
No, that's wrong!
I actually
First of all,
this
the
case.
sound the girls heard wasn't the window breaking.
Can you watch it?
No. Like, see, last week's, like, trial was because I waited basically about a month and a half. I forgot literally just about everything.
If it wasn't then what broke to make that sound?
Probably.
See, there's something about these
Evades.
games that even if I don't remember the trial, or
Hey,
I don't remember the
how
actual,
low
like,
can you go?
interrogation, something about the way they talk tells me that that's the answer.
After the murder, a broken vase was discovered in the classroom next to the music room.
So the sound of breaking glass that the 4 girls heard wasn't the music room's window. It was the sound of the vase breaking. Probably.
Actually, the murder was nearly finished by the time the 4 girls met in the entrance hall. Girl E killed the victim in the music room, broke the window, and went to the office to get the key. With that key, she locked the music room from the hallway, returned the key to the office, and went back to wait in front of the music room. All she had to do was break the vase in the next door classroom as the 4 girls met by the entrance hall.
To make them think the murder had just occurred and that the killer had just escaped.
That's the fire line.
So, when the 4 of them ran over after they heard the sound, Girl E acted like she had just rushed over too.
Throughout the trial. God!
I see! Now the mystery has been solved.
Wait a minute! The mystery hasn't been solved yet! You haven't determined what the murder weapon was yet!
thought it was obvious.
Who cares about the murder weapon?
Murder
We found out
weapon?
who the killer was.
We...
Not cool! I went to
It's
all
at
the trouble
the
of
crime
making this
scene.
death march, so you gotta stick
Everyone's
with it to
seen
the
it.
end.
What the heck? You're so annoying!
Fine. Let's figure out the weapon. If this keeps up, I'm gonna feel like I need to shit.
I already feel like I need to shit.
I'm pooping right now.
That's gross. You better clean my couch.
Which means I'll feel disgusted.
You're the disgusting one.
The weapon is pretty unconventional. The answer was revealed in the game, though. Now then, will you guys be able to figure it out?
He's in the corner.
Amazing.
I think I'm gonna cry.
Dude, you're amazing. Thank you.
Cry. I thought. I'm not kidding.
Are you not ready for this?
I was not prepared for that.
I'm always watching. But if you pick the wrong one, I'll execute everyone besides the blackened.
Big Brother is watching me. Big Brother is almost watching me. Alright.
Good morning, everyone. It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine. Get ready to greet another beautiful day.
Guy named Gun something. Death Guard! Edge Master Scream as my first OC. Please donut steal.
Mike, can you reach that from there?
What? Oh, I don't have batteries either, which is nice. If we unplug it, then it's dangerous. Rory, get off
Weapon
the
inside
couch.
the music room, huh?
All of it be on TV.
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Think you talked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it? She beat her to death with her fists!
I'm gonna post that picture. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. And then when you see it, makes it bricks. So uncomfortable.
Now, why?
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
Aurora's
What about
shaking.
broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Think you talked her with the fish tank.
Damn it!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head? Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had bloodstains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
She beat her to death with her fists!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Damn it!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head? Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
Look.
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them
Dude,
to
I'm
death,
so happy that you came.
it should have had bloodstains.
Oh my gosh, so bad.
It'll still shake for a while. I gotta take another picture because of you said that.
Damn it!
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
just take
What
a
about
picture
broken
of you
glass?
on camera.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head? Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had bloodstains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
She beat her to death with her fists!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Damn it!
God,
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head? Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head? Didn't you talk to her with the fish tank?
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Yeah.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had bloodstains.
I'm not gonna retry this file.
Alright, it's okay.
That's so random!
Damn it!
That's so random!
Weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head? Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
I agree with that.
That's so fucking random!
I agree with that.
Got it. The killer must have used gravel to attack the victim.
My goodness. I got it right. And I was just throwing things out there. Just as I thought! I'm chosen by the gods!
Of course you
You're
are.
not chosen at all, and gravel is impossible. It's too small to be a weapon.
What if the gravel was put inside some sort of bag? If the weapon is something that appeared in the game, then so is the bag. And the only thing I can think of is the school swimsuit. If you tie the swimsuit like a bag and stuff it full of gravel, it would make an effective weapon.
Gravel
Oh.
inside the swimsuit?
That's
Even the ace attorney would be
still talking
astonished
about
by
the
such a
game,
fantastic
not
idea!
the actual trial that we should be having.
It takes 2 hours to get through this one, too.
But for the killer, it's an idea that kills two birds with one stone. To make people think the killer is some pervert, it makes sense for a school swimsuit to be stolen. And if that swimsuit was used to make an improvised weapon, it'd have to be disposed of later.
How about it, Monokuma? Are you satisfied now?
This happiness you feel when the mystery you create is solved. Only producers know this feeling of ecstasy.
Right.
But the real important talk begins now. Girl E had someone who can be called an accomplice. That person was actually Girl D.
Girl D. You're talking about Mahiru, right?
Huh? Mahiru is the accomplice? What is this? What does that mean?
The piece of face that became an important clue in the music room murder. Girl D got rid of it.
And apparently the reason Girl E committed murder in the first place was to protect Girl D. Girl D was being harassed by the victim.
Are you still shaking?
Girl E found out and tried to stop it. And they ended up getting into an argument.
And she felt a rush of anger and ended up killing her.
But she should have had a clear murderous intent. I mean, she choked her out and then bludgeoned her to death.
She probably made her unconscious by accident. And from there, she couldn't go back. I somewhat understand that feeling.
Does she like to be choked out?
That nurse is straight.
You can? That's pretty scary.
But Girl E was also killed by someone on the 4th day. Or the game's last day. I might as well ask just in case. Who do you think killed Girl E?
It's that guy. God damn.
I see!
It should have been Guy F.
Yeah,
A scenario where Guy F murders Girl E out of a burning, hellfire desire to avenge his murdered sister.
But Guy F is... What? It's just a story in a video game, isn't it? That's all you can say. If that game is telling the truth, it'd be a huge problem for you.
Hey, clear this up for me. Those of you who appeared as characters in the game,
I'm terribly sorry, but...
They don't remember. That's obvious. Because their school memories were like totally stolen.
Even if I don't remember, I already know. It's obvious that guy is the killer. No one would kill a nice person like Mahiru besides a piece of shit menace to society like Fuyuhiko.
Yeah, totally.
Girl E and Mahiru were killed by that guy!
Sure do talk a lot of shit. Well, I'm used to it by now.
To the 5 people that know that reference.
But does Mahiru's murder have anything to do with that game? Perhaps the two are unrelated.
Crap!
Really? Okay.
Crap!
Monokuma made my night. As I say that.
I would wear a mascot version of this costume to conventions and run around with
I
it.
still want his plushie.
I can prove it with this.
There we go.
I'm not sure the two events are unrelated. At the very least, the killer has definitely played the game. As proof, Mahiru, who was killed in the beach house, and Girl E, who was killed in the game, were both killed by a blow to the head with a metal bat. There's no way we can ignore that connection.
Someone must have wanted to split her head open the exact same way they avenged the first victim. Hey, why don't you confess already? You're the one who killed Mahiru, right?
We get it, Yoko. You like Mahiru. Get it.
You better cut that out right now! There is no way a stupid game could be the motive!
You're dumb enough to believe that stupid game, and that's why you killed her as revenge!
If you keep making up your mind like that, we're just gonna go around in circles. And it's true Fuyuhiko may look suspicious. But don't you think that'd be too obvious?
What did he...
I mean, there's a possibility that it's a trap set by the true killer.
Trap? What do you mean?
The true killer played that game, and most likely found out about the relationships between the characters. That person could be using that knowledge to try to set up Fuyuhiko.
Are you saying that a completely different killer murdered Mahiru and used the game motive as their cover?
Isn't that what happened, Kyoko?
Huh?
And now they try to put it on Yoko.
Don't you understand? I'm saying you might be the true killer.
What is this? Like, I can only laugh. What are you even saying, you nasty toilet-clogging bitch?
The person who voiced Yoko must have had hell of a fun time doing this.
It's still a horrifying thing.
It's a horrifying thing to say. Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
You said that because of the first one. Remember how she was in the bathroom all the time?
Oh.
What are you saying, you four-eyed troll? Accusing me of killing Mahiru? You're so mean!
Why do you doubt Yoko?
Ari, Monokuma.
Do you know where Yoko was today? She was at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
But I didn't go to the beach house! I was wishing Mr. Ant
We
so
will.
big!
Thank you for stopping by, Monokuma. You made my night.
Didn't go.
Yeah, I know.
saying, you four-eyed troll? Accusing me of killing Mahiru? You're so mean!
Why do you
Monokuma
doubt
is the
Yoko?
bear in the game.
Do you know where Yoko was today?
That just
She was at
proves,
the beach house, the scene of the
sorry,
crime.
this just proves that you don't even
But I
pay
didn't go to the
attention.
beach house!
No, that's wrong!
No, that's wrong.
Wait a minute. You should have been at the beach house, Yoko.
Seriously, I told you I didn't!
But these footprints in the sand in front of the beach house, aren't they yours?
I don't have such ugly footprints! They're probably Mikan's based on how ugly they are!
Damn. She dropped that fire on you.
Don't decide that based on ugliness!
You could at least pay attention.
Not Yoko's footprints? I collected from your room matches these footprints perfectly.
Collected? I never gave you permission to collect that, you nasty pedo!
Plus, the footprints left in the sand were facing away from the beach house, which means when the owner of these footprints went inside the beach house, they used a different entrance.
Entrance? Are you talking about the door facing the road that Mahiru's body was leaning against?
Are you saying when that person went inside the beach house, the body hadn't appeared yet?
The door was still accessible when they went in, and wasn't when they left. Which means something happened between those two events. Isn't that right, Yoko?
Ah! I remember now! I remember when I went to the beach house!
So you finally decided to confess.
I'm pretty sure you guys already know this, but going for walks in the morning is my daily routine.
Is the outcome of each crime different each time you play a new game? No, they're the same ones.
Oh, he never posted it. He posted
I've
it.
never heard of that daily routine before. And that's when I went to the beach house. I went there on my morning walk.
I see. If you went there during your morning walk, that doesn't have anything to do with the case at all.
Yeah, totally.
Don't believe her so easily, dumbass! She's obviously lying!
Huh? It's a lie?
Akane is freaking hilarious. Yeah. People wouldn't just lie on the internet, right?
People who call other people liars are usually liars themselves.
I don't even have anything witty to say that.
If you say I'm lying, prove it. Can you even prove that I'm lying? There's no way a bunch of worthless idiots like you guys would be able to do that. I did go to the beach house,
Oh yeah, there's gonna be.
but only during my morning walk. I didn't go any other time.
It's about a 30-second lag.
Then you didn't meet up with Mahiru at the beach house?
And you didn't meet up with Mahiru.
Obviously not.
At the beach house?
Saying I met up with her when I never even saw her? Is this a panel of idiots?
I don't know. Is it?
I did go to the beach house, but only during my morning walk. I didn't go any other time.
Then you didn't meet up with Mahiru at the beach house?
Obviously not.
Yoko's
Saying I met up with her when I never even saw her?
No? Really? Check.
Damn it!
Oh, you didn't say crap.
I did go to the beach house, but only during my morning walk. I didn't go any other
Then you didn't meet up with Mahiru. Beach house?
Saying I met up with her when I never even saw her? Is this a panel of idiots?
There's no lag.
I did go to the beach house. But only during my morning walk.
Must be you.
No, that's wrong! Only during your morning walk, huh? Will you still claim that after you take a look at this letter?
Where did you get that?
Roar, come back here.
Come back! Baby, come back! You can blame it all on me! We're gonna get to... Ace Attorney. Already asked which game I thought was better, this one or Ace Attorney. I'm like, oh fuck, Ace Attorney, dude.
Right?
Yeah, it's right.
They're basically the same game.
Yeah, essentially.
And like, as far as this part goes.
Yeah.
Objection!
True.
No, that's wrong.
Those are synonymous.
No, it's wrong.
No, it's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
That letter! It's the one Mahiro had, right?
I see. So Hiyoko was able to arrange a meeting with Mahiru by exchanging letters with her.
What is that letter? I'm serious, I don't know.
I was gonna share.
Oh, snap! I remember now. I totally saw you.
Huh?
Watch me fail at this game.
Me and Hajime met up at the diner around 3 p.m. to go to the beach. I saw you about 30 minutes later, so it should have been around 3:30 p.m.
See. So if she met Mahiru at 2:30 p.m., killed her, then ran away
Glass
after
houses. Glass houses, you were...
I think 3:30 p.m. is a reasonable time for you to have witnessed Hiyoko.
Or Hiyoko.
You're wrong! You're totally wrong!
Now that you mention it, you also passed by the diner for Yuhiko, so you should have seen Hiyoko too.
No, I didn't. It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I wasn't even paying attention to the beach house. I went straight back to my cottage after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
For some reason, that sounds suspicious too.
It's the truth. Deal with it.
Just leave him alone. It'd be a waste of time to question him any further. Anyway, that letter in Kazuichi's testimony says it all. You were meeting up with Mahiru at the beach house.
Seriously, I don't know! I didn't even write that letter! I'm telling the truth! I really don't know!
No, everyone doesn't die. Sadly. I'm just kidding. I actually like some of the characters in this game. Like in the first game, there was only 5 left? Yeah, 5. Well, 6. This? Yeah, 6 characters. There was the 5 plus, Makoto. Let's see, Makoto, Byakuya, Gekiri! Toko, and... forget her name, but yeah. Huh? Crazy Day? No. I'm talking about, the detective.
Oh, Kirigiri.
Yeah, Kirigiri.
Is she really crying?
Yoko.
Or is she faking it?
She's probably faking it.
We can assume she summoned Mahiru with the intention of killing her all along.
What happens if I accuse the wrong person?
You know what?
You might end up in Facebook jail, actually.
I'm not
Oh man, I'm gonna be on Facebook jail. I love that show. It's a good show.
freaking feminist.
Oh no, Facebook jail. Yeah,
I was about to just say all this stuff, and then I went, no, I'm just gonna put this whole fucking course in secret. Then I went, no, I don't want to start anything again, because they ended an hour ago, and I really don't want
I don't know. What happens if I accuse the wrong person? I mean, if you accuse the wrong person, everybody but the Blackened dies. That's how the rules go.
That's why she wrote a letter to let her know where to meet, so the others wouldn't fall down.
Thank you, Mike.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. And it is...
Forgot exactly what you said. Damn it.
You talking about this one or the first one? The doors to the dining hall we need to walk.
There was something before that, though.
Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked. And entry at that time is strictly prohibited.
And then you went ahead to the beach house, hid yourself in a specific place, and waited for Mahiru.
You better be in Kingdom Hearts 3. 20th Century Fox's version with Disney. You better be in Kingdom Hearts 3.
There's evidence for that,
I wish.
too.
I don't know, man.
Here!
It's probably that.
The place where Hiyoko was hiding. Are you talking about the closet?
Yes, that's right. The gummy candy we found on the floor is the evidence. Hiyoko, your favorite candy is gummy, correct?
What's a gummy? I've never eaten something like that before.
Dude, you lied so
Lies.
badly.
Lies and slander.
I forget. Is libel in print or is slander? No, libel is in print. Slander is said.
I have captured the true character of this mystery. Hiyoko, who summoned Mahiru to the beach house, hid inside the closet like a familiar. When she saw her chance, she attacked her like an evil spirit and left the beach house like a swift wind.
Yeah.
But Hiyoko miscalculated that Mahiru's body would be blocking the door at that time. Because of that, she was only able to leave from the beachside door and ended up leaving her footprints.
We have presented the proof! My four dark devas of destruction didn't even need to come out!
Yeah, I guess Davis.
It's a trap! This is obviously someone's trap!
Who's someone? Whose trap is it?
It must be that one person. You know, the one with the mask, maybe? The one with the mask? There was a suspicious mask
I
at the
literally
beach house,
like how
right?
they...
Whoever was wearing that could be the real killer.
Like, during these trials, they all act mentally deficient.
You're the one who wore that mask and killed Mahiru, right?
There's no way I'd wear such a childish mask. Is your brain fried or something?
That is right. It cannot be Hiyoko. That mask belongs to Sparkling Justice.
Justice!
Huh?
Cynthia.
Sparkling what now?
That mask says it all. Sparkling Justice is hiding on this island. Which means the legendary serial killer Sparkling Justice is the one who killed Mahiru.
Why, if you continue continue to say such
They
foolish
wouldn't even call
things,
him.
I shall
They wouldn't even
tear
call him that. They would
them
just call him
from
Jeff
them.
Because they had to Americanize the shit out of it. They'll just call him Jeff Dunn. Jeff Papa. Gundam. I do hate that guy.
Why do you know that joke so well?
Because that's like a
very
signature
common
joke. No, that's a signature joke.
Also, the fact that you and Sharp played it 500 times a day.
I saw him live once.
Don't blame Miss Sonia. It's just a difference between cultures. Culture shock, you know?
Yoko, why don't you just admit it already? You're being unreasonably stubborn.
It's all in your head! Oh, why can't you understand? I'm not the killer!
Who has been directing this entire fucking thing? There we go. It's gotta be Killer Escape Route. Because she's short.
I shall render my
shit.
verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
It is a trap.
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
Oh, that is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy. You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
At the time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints!
Damn it!
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt.
You accuse the wrong person. You can't accuse the wrong person.
You went to the beach house, right?
I already explained this.
That is...
Blackened.
And weren't you also hiding in the closet?
Well, also,
So that's when you dropped the gummy. You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
At the time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints!
Wow.
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I have a feeling it's double bad.
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
Oh, that is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy. No, that's wrong.
Got it.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
About that gummy, did Hiyoko really drop it?
The only one childish enough to eat gummies is that midget over there.
That is true. She's like 4'2". Sorry. Also, I challenge Aurora. Help me out on this one. I challenge. You just called her a midget.
You're a midget too, you know. You're the one who worries about never getting taller.
Damn. Shots fired.
It's true Hiyoko likes to eat gummies, but she only eats a specific brand.
The brand of gummies you eat only have strawberry, melon, grape, and orange flavors, right?
Huh? The gummy at the crime scene was yellow, so it obviously looked like it was lemon flavored. Huh? That gummy is yellow? Then it's no mine! The ones I eat don't have any yellow gummies!
Nutty?
That right there gives her away.
Nandayo! Basaka!
That's right. None of the gummy bags in the cottage had any yellow ones.
Then we can't assume
Random
Yoko is the one who
Japanese
got
words
that yellow
without
gummy.
any context. Except for Nani? Because that's what Japanese.
See? Didn't I tell you? It's definitely a trap! Damn it! Who would set a trap like this? I'll get my revenge! I'm gonna bop you on the head with all my might!
Nice.
Hold on, you little bitch! You think you're in the clear just because of a little gummy? Don't be stupid! I'm not done backing you into a corner yet!
So you admit it then. Goddamn, dude.
We're not done with Hyoko yet!
Not?
There's still a huge piece of evidence left!
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for it!
What does that mean? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and blocked the door to the road. Thanks to her, we have the evidence we need.
Yeah, totally.
That's wrong! I left those footprints during my morning walk!
We're not done with Hyoko yet! There's still a huge piece of evidence left!
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence.
Would you care to share
We can thank
class?
Mahiru for it!
What does that mean? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and blocked the door to the road. Thanks to her, we have the evidence we need.
That's wrong! I left those footprints during my morning walk!
Well, it's not really a morning walk if it's at like 3 p.m. It's at like 11 p.m.
We're not done with Hyoko yet! There's still a huge piece of evidence left!
There is.
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for it!
What does that mean? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and...
No, that's wrong!
Oh, I wouldn't guess that.
Mahiru didn't
No,
block
it's
the door.
because
Her death was instant.
she was hit. There was blood splatter all across the floor, and then it was moved. It was moved to block the door, which blood came down.
Instant death?
Instant death.
According to my autopsy, yes, there's no doubt that Mahiru died instantly.
What? Here we go.
If you keep making shit up, I'll fucking
What, the
kill
most
you!
interesting thing?
I'm sorry!
Basically said,
Ryuhiko, you cannot do that. Only a coward threatens women.
who are posting this shit are keeping the "we are victims" thing alive. How
Yeah.
about you stop
I'm pretty
whining
sure
and do
her
something
death was
about it?
instant, too.
Stop complaining.
I mean, her injury was only a single blow.
Because that would actually take effort, and who wants to do that?
Show the world that the media portraying all this victimizing crap about women isn't true. Do something different. Not just go, hey guys, let's get mad about something.
Don't expect others to be the change you want. Right? Either that or just keep living your life like you're a moron. I mean, ignorance is bliss, right?
I want to say something else, but I'm going to get shot down by 2 or 3 people on my
That's why Mahiru isn't the one who blocked the door. Someone else used her body to block it.
Someone else?
The killer, of course. They're the one who blocked the door with Mahiru's body. That's why there were bloody drag marks left on the floor.
Yeah.
But why did the killer block the door?
Just ask Kyoko. She's the killer after all.
Yo, Fuyuhiko, man, you're being very accusatory.
Seriously, that's not
I know.
true! Let's assume Hiyoko is the killer. Wouldn't that mean she's also the one who dragged the body?
What I don't get about this trial is you know the rules about who dies, who doesn't, whoever's lacking, and all that crap. I don't understand why they're acting the way they are.
If she handled a body that bloody, I think her clothes or skin would have been stained with blood.
Better start saying goodbye now so you can get off the phone a half hour later.
Damn. Oh, is that as bad?
I love how you didn't even need to know.
I just took a blind guess, okay?
See? I told you I wasn't the killer! Yay! With this, my innocence has been proven!
I won't let you look down on me! We haven't decided that yet!
Definitely guilty party.
Yeah, shit.
Hey, Fuyuhiko. Why do you keep insisting that Hiyoko is the killer?
Shut up! I'm telling you, she's the killer! That little bitch is definitely the killer!
Man, logic? Fuck that. Who needs logic when I can just yell really loud? Because loud people are correct, right?
I mean, that's not after World War X, right?
Yeah, totally.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it! She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body! Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of!
Yeah, totally.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it! She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body! Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of!
If Hiyoko moved the body, then she should be covered in blood.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the beach after she moved the body. She just watched her. The fact that Hiyoko was at the beach can be proven by the footprints in the sand. Did you get all that, you bastard? So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the beach house. After she moved the body, she just washed it off in the shower. Allow me to cut through those words.
Destroy.
No, washing it off in the shower is impossible, because the shower in the beach house was out of order.
Out of order?
I'm terribly sorry. I haven't had any time to actually repair it.
Then maybe she took her clothes off to move the body, and when she was done, she put them back on.
I like Star Wars. It is obvious.
Are you saying I did something that perverted?
I see.
Listen
By the
to
way,
me,
the game gave
Fuyuhiko.
me full health again.
Hiyoko mentioned this before. Which means Hiyoko can't change by herself. It's impossible for her to put on and take off her clothes.
What?
Oh yeah, she couldn't even tie her sash on her own. That's why she couldn't take a bath and smelled bad.
Dude.
I didn't smell. It only smelled a little. Oh, wasn't changing inside the beach house prohibited in the first place? Yes, if you broke the rules, I'm pretty sure Monokuma wouldn't have kept quiet.
Damn right! I'm such a stickler for the rules that even safari park rangers want nothing to do with me.
If she didn't change her clothes, then what did Hiyoko do with the blood that got on her?
Like I've been saying, the blood wasn't on me in the first place, because I never touched Mahiro's body.
Hey, if you think about it the other way around, does that mean whoever was covered in blood is suspicious? Because if so, I believe Akane was soaked with blood when we all met up to go to the beach.
Didn't I tell you that was because I got beat up by Coach Nekomaru?
I can attest to that. If I hadn't gotten that rough with her, she never would have backed out.
Doubting me, of all people. You got some nerve. All right, I'll bend your body in half so you're stuck in a bowing position for the rest of your life.
That actually sounds pretty cool!
The hell it does!
Hey, more importantly, I'm okay now, right? It's okay that I'm not the killer?
Yeah, seems like it.
See? I already
You're good,
told
dude.
you. There's no way I'd kill Mahiru.
Also, Gundam, you were not in frame for about one. Ha. You were not in the picture for about one frame, and then you popped in. And think I wouldn't see that.
Because Mahiru taught me how to wear a kimono, and she was very, very kind. There's no way I would kill a nice person like her. Why wouldn't you believe me earlier? You guys are stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid!
I mean, she's not wrong. Everyone is incredibly stupid because we have to keep going over details that everybody already knows.
Yoko, please don't cry. Everything is fine now, right? Shut the hell up, pig barf! I hope you get a hangnail and die!
Yeah.
I'm sorry for being pig barf!
Hey, Hiyoko. Now that our suspicions have been addressed, can you tell us the truth?
Huh?
Even though you're not the killer, you still went to the beach house, right?
Like I said, it was a trap!
Yeah, I got that already, so... Can you give us the details about that trap?
I would like to know too. It might lead to some kind of clue.
Oh,
Fine. You want me to talk, huh? Earlier this morning, Mahiru was the one who came up to me. She asked if we could meet up later.
Huh? But didn't you say earlier... Damn it! So that was a lie?
'Cause I thought it'd be doubted if I admitted it. So I figured it was better not to say anything.
So, what was your answer to Mahiru's invitation?
why didn't you say nothing?
I told her it was fine. I mean, I didn't have a reason to say no. Unlike everyone else here, Mahiru was someone I wasn't embarrassed to be seen with.
You always have to say something snide.
Yeah.
At the time, we were supposed to meet around 2 p.m., but around noon, there was a letter inside my mailbox.
A letter?
Yeah, this one.
Because the real killer was trying to kill them both! Man, getting treat bullets in the middle of a trial. Damn.
I saw this letter and went to the beach house at that time.
I can prove it with this. This letter. Doesn't it look like its contents are different from the letter Mahiru had? Mahiru's letter said to meet at 2:30 p.m., but in Hyoko's letter...
Whoa! The meeting times are off.
It's also strange that both letters wanted to change their meeting spot to the beach house. It would be plausible if one of them said it, but for both letters to say the same thing?
Hyoko, since you wrote it, what do you think? Like I said, I never wrote the letter. How many times do I have to tell you?
I see!
Yeah.
The killer must have forged both letters.
The killer forged them so they could manipulate their actions. Yeah, that's how we should think about it.
That seems very likely. In fact, if you compare both letters... Confirmed! Just as I assumed, the handwriting is the same. The content of the letters matches too.
Like this part. I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. This part. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. And this part. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. The killer forged both of those letters.
Yeah.
In doing so, they were able to control Hiyoko and Mahiru to do their bidding, like a netherworld puppeteer.
So they completely tricked me. And then Mahiru's killer. How mean! Give me back Mahiru!
Really? This is really terrible. I've offered to help so many times. But the killer this time didn't discuss their plan with me at all. It's all my fault. I'm so ashamed of being unreliable.
Here we go again. Once we let our guard down, this happens. We can just lightly punch him to death later.
So based on what the letter said, you went to the beach house at 2 p.m., right, Hiyoko?
What's most important is what happened afterward. What on earth happened there?
I fell asleep. Why'd you fall asleep? It's not like I wanted to. I think I was forced to get a whiff of some kind of medicine or something. Medicine? That medicine. Did they get it from the drugstore? I thought that place seemed unsafe. They even have prescription medicines laying out in the open.
If you were aware of that from the start, you should have done something about it.
I'm all alone. Like a baby.
I'm sorry. When I woke up, I was inside a small closet, and when I rushed out, I saw Mahiru's body.
And
And that's why you ran out of the beach house in such a panic! I was scared. It was really, really scared. Really scared that I couldn't help, but... The killer probably planned to frame Hiyoko from the start. And for that reason, they summoned Hiyoko before Mahiru, put her to sleep, and shoved her inside the closet.
So their reason for blocking the door with Mahiru's body was to make Hiyoko leave her footprints as evidence.
Everything was done to frame Hiyoko as the killer. That's horrible! I didn't do anything wrong! And I was framed by Hiyoko, please do not cry. We believe you.
Is it really okay to believe her so easily? She might be faking those tears, you know.
This'll never end if you keep being so suspicious.
Isn't that what a class trial is all about? The only way to survive is to be suspicious. This is where we go to thoroughly doubt each other. So if you believe in each other so easily, then there's definitely something wrong with you.
You're wrong, Fuyuhiko. We aren't supposed to doubt each other here. We're supposed to work together. The class trial is where we cooperate with each other, work hard, and aim for victory. The killer and everyone else. Two hopes attempting to grasp the one true hope.
Yo, Ari, welcome back.
Yes, honey, why? Why? The post on your hot sauce chick. What?
That's my favorite artist. Every time she goes like to his new Nintendo, I try to
So I guess you didn't hear my answer before because you never responded. What happens if you accuse the wrong person? You can't.
Yeah. Surprise.
What else do that? There's probably no game over. I've never gotten a game over.
Two hopes clashing with each other is poetry in motion. That is what a class trial should be.
Seriously, which side are you on?
I'm on the side of the absolute hope that can overcome any despair. And I believe that absolute hope exists at the point where two hopes clash.
Your stance is
Exactly.
neither white
It's
nor
kinda
black,
weird.
but gray. And you do not yearn for your life,
Technically,
or
there's a
even
way to
for
lose,
victory.
but you have to actually, like, try. Okay.
Just like in fucking X-Men Origins Wolverine, you can't lose. You have to try to lose.
Okay.
I stood there for 20 minutes letting them shoot me. 20 minutes, I counted.
You ever seen that calculator shit?
Yeah. It's like some Master Chief shit.
Okay. The way to lose is to intentionally fuck up. And then when Monica asks you for asks if you want another chance, you say no.
Oh, okay.
That's it. That's basically how you lose.
No.
No. Because you have to do multiple playthroughs.
Jeez, I wish he'd just side with the enemy already so I can believe what he's saying!
Let's stop. Believing every little thing Nagito says is a waste of time.
Yeah, we need to figure out who Mahiru's killer is.
There should be a new clue contained in what Hiyoko has told us. So, let us believe Hyoko's words and discuss it once again with everyone.
Yep. The debate proceeds when you assume you can believe each other. Good job. That's the right way. That's the splendid power of teamwork. Hey, what do you think of that, Monokuma? I'm not gonna let you have the outcome you want.
He got so bored with the game, he fell asleep in the game.
Labels are a big deal if you can speak in text. Well, it's still really long.
Well, it's still 2 to 3 hour trials.
You could probably make a 3-hour trial a 2-hour trial.
Yeah. Then it's impossible to get everything on your first playthrough.
Yeah, because you have to play through it again in order to,
You have to play through it probably like 4 or 5 times.
In this game, you're able
Per
to...
game.
In this game, you talk to people and earn respect from them and stuff like the first one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa,
The first one, I gotta go back through and do that again, because I want to get everybody's, full star ranking.
Dumbasses. You bastards don't know anything. If you're stupid enough to trust each other, the only thing waiting for you is the bitter truth.
Oh man. He's so edgy. Oh my god. Are you fucking kidding me?
I hate when they do this.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, that means it's gonna be 3 hours again. Because it's 1:30 right now.
No, I don't care.
What time is it?
Yeah, what time is it? Oh, go I've heard. Oh, great.
I was talking about the time that we played.
Oh, mommy! And my heart is throbbing like crazy right now.
Your heart goes doki doki.
To think that the person who killed the wonderful Mahiru Koizumi is in this room.
Watchers, I hope Monokuma's back.
Impossible! Impossible! That's so impossible! There's no way I can believe that! Oh,
Yeah, there's a
I can't
reason
do
for that.
anything. How annoying!
There's a reason.
But I'm just gonna believe in everyone.
You're just now
That's the
hearing
least
about
I
these
can
games.
do. Everyone do your best. Don't lose to yourselves. And don't forget to save
Just because this
regularly.
game just came out in this game came out in 2012, but no big YouTuber has played it until probably 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's gonna be just 10.
So
And even then, no one gave a shit then. He lost a lot of subscribers.
really,
He went into like a limbo phase when nobody was really subscribing him while he was playing it.
really,
Yeah.
so he was just losing.
Either losing people or just no one cared. Like everyone just stopped watching. They got bored of it.
Well, now that we've decided to believe Hyoko, now what?
Yeah.
If the killer was luring Hyoko into a trap, then something that was used there might be a
I
clue.
think he only did the trials. Did he only do the trials?
Do you mean the letter?
He did the whole game, that's why.
No, it was probably the
He
gummy.
did the whole game, but he cut through the
Candy
trials.
can be
He
a
didn't do the
clue?
whole trial. Like, when he did it live, his live stream went for 4 hours because of these things.
Okay. These games. Okay. This game is popular enough to get 2 sequels. The latest game came out last year. So also these are really, really popular in Japan. Surprise.
Not so much here though.
Not as much here, but you know, they've always been into the visual novel kind of thing.
Hey, when you woke up, was the gummy already there?
I don't know. Where is he this shit point? Sitting on it? Yeah.
Oh no, we'll be sued by Gary only.
Now that you
If
mention
Jerry
it,
only sued us,
I
I'd be
feel
very
like it
disappointed
wasn't.
and I would sell all of my Misfit stuff.
If Jerry only sued you, I would expect you to go up to the game room, get down your Jerry Only doll, and tell him to sign it.
Or no, I thought you were gonna say what? You thought you were gonna use an example. Put it on 2 2x4s and form them as a cross like Jesus, and then burn it all up.
Just as you thought?
I did do that.
That might actually be a possibility, considering they released the main Ace Attorney games on 3DS, so it's possible that an Ace Attorney game will be made for the Switch.
If the killer planted evidence while Ryoko was there, he would have thrown it away if he found it.
Damn, that joke's old.
You know how old Boots to the Head actually is, though?
I don't know. How old is it?
I think it's late 70s, early 80s. Boot to the Head is very old.
Which means the gummy was placed inside the closet after Hiyoko fled from the beach house?
The killer returned to the scene of the crime? After I left?
They wouldn't have to do something that troublesome as long as they hid somewhere within the beach house.
Hey!
That's impossible! There's nowhere to hide!
Except there is.
I even glanced inside the shower room as I was running away, but there was nobody there!
Then, does that mean the killer came back?
I wonder. At any rate, the solution to that problem is connected to what really happened. That's what I think.
So messed up, though.
What?
How it makes it seem like he dupes Yoshi like that.
Stacy says, send all the women to school to be doctors. That way nobody can tell if we're men or women anymore.
Oh.
Instead of the Mr. Mrs.
I thought Stacy was gonna pull that.
Okay.
I just saw a picture reaction like, actually, how am I liking my 3DS? I don't have any games! I need games, and I can't afford games. I need to get Mario Kart 7 again. I don't need the case, I still have the case. I need to get, Pirate's Curse for Shantae. I don't need Smash Brothers, because I don't fucking play Smash Brothers. I don't think of any of the 3DS games, though. I do want the Street Fighter 4 one again. That was actually a decent port.
Oh my gosh! Is this Skate or Die?
Alright, speaking of the 3DS.
Is this Skate or Die? Also, am I still playing the same game? Wait.
I gave it its own little condom. Like, it's just got like a clear condom case on it.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah, and if you take the console like this, it looks like the actual Super Nintendo, like the entire top. I think that's neat.
Should just get Animal Crossing and Pokemon X. Those are the only two games I play. There anymore. Haha, got it.
That light bar actually looks like the No More Heroes light bar.
True, it does.
I've debated it. Yes, you have an amazing 3DS. Got it. Oh yeah, I still gotta call Nintendo about my 3DS. I can't use the eShop right now. Can't.
It's all coming together.
I already owned a 3DS before. Oh yeah, you can't use your old
killer might have been
username
hiding.
because.
You spent all that time thinking just to say something so pointless. How disappointing. Didn't I just say there was nowhere to hide? Do I have to explain it in another language so you can understand?
Her personality got a hell of a lot more forceful once she stopped being a suspect.
No, there should have been a place for them to hide. A place you didn't look, Yoko.
What are you saying? Stop being annoying or I'm gonna make Akane bop you on the head and shut you up for good!
Crap!
The drink cooler?
Crap!
They're asking where could the killer have hid?
Here! Killer is probably hiding in a closet.
Probably not that. They made it past the south for another hour.
The closet? That's where I was locked up!
After you woke up, you said you rushed out of there, right? And you probably didn't look inside the closet very carefully.
But could two people even hide in such a small place? And without Kyoko knowing?
That's why the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place.
You can play Mario Kart 7 without having the game. You need somebody else that has it. I have Mario Kart 7.
Yeah, but I still want my own copy.
Where's Right Kid 2001? Where's Right Kid 2001?
Also, I'm really shocked.
They're hiding in that thing, so we can have a second show on my age.
Here! What about the surfboard case in the closet? I'm pretty sure they could have hidden in there.
What? Inside the surfboard case?
But the shelf it was on,
A year or so.
it was pretty
And it's a
messy,
full battery.
don't you think? 2 surfboards were stacked on the top shelf. And there were surfboards that weren't even in a case.
Those aren't even surfboards. And it's not even on the top. This game's lying to us. It's not even on the top shelf. Those aren't surfboards. Stop lying to us, game. I see your lies and your conspiracy!
The killer probably did that on purpose to secure a hiding place. Because we haven't been on this island that long, so the closet shouldn't have been that messy, I think.
Then, the killer was close to me during that time?
Yeah, they were quietly holding their breath and hiding very close to you.
It's kind of like in for a penny, in for a pound, so to speak.
Don't you mean it's always darkest under the lighthouse?
I shouldn't say things I don't understand, like, so to speak.
Anyway, the killer hid silently, and after making sure Hiyoko left, they finally left the surfboard case.
I agree with that as well.
Seriously, nobody asked what you think.
There's no way the killer would leave Hiyoko by herself if they were trying to frame her. If Hiyoko was left alone and ruined the evidence the killer had planted, they would have messed up their plan. Instead, it makes more sense to think that the killer was hiding in the beach house, watching Hiyoko.
Say whatever you want, even if you didn't ask.
Alright, if you don't want to friggin' get punched, just stand still and let me punch ya! Oh, you shut up. Then, grit your teeth.
Sorry, Akane. It's not like that. Hey, Monokuma. Can I ask you about something that seems strange to me?
I believe Prince Shotoku was from the future. A man from the future is always directing the flow of history.
I'll listen to your story about men from the future some other time. As I recall, the body discovery announcement is made when 3 or more people discover a body, right? Is the killer also included among those 3 or more people?
Yeah, that's true, but, well, something like that. It's basically what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. That's not vague.
You don't sound very articulate.
Yo, Nagito is calling you out on your shit. I don't even know how long these things have been here.
Jeez! You're pretty annoying for noticing something like that! I know it sounds like an excuse, but the body discovery announcement isn't supposed to be used for deduction. It's intended to create a fair trial. It's supposed to let everyone know a body has been found.
So you're saying it's unfortunate that I used it for deduction? I understand your excuse, but...
Evil version of Teddy from Persona?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, very much.
Depending on who actually found the body, it's possible that your 3 or more people rule could be deadly.
Well, as long as I keep things ambiguous, I can respond to situations with some flexibility.
Flexibility, huh? So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not?
Jeez, fine. You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
Which means 3 people other than the killer discovered Mahiru's body.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I just thought it was somewhat strange. More importantly, let's get back to our original topic.
Thank you.
You're the one who went on a tangent.
We were just saying the killer was hiding in the surfboard case, right?
She's hyped for that, for those Persona dancing games.
No.
And after Hiyoko ran away, the killer got to enjoy the simple life of destroying evidence.
However, before we proceed any further, there's something we have to make clear. The killer blocked the roadside door with Mahiru's body before Hiyoko ran away. But what about the blood?
Now that you mention it, that mystery hasn't been solved yet.
It's going to be alright. If you guys have come this far, I'm sure you can discover that answer too.
Oh man, you put a lot of faith into me, man.
Now, let's start the argument, shall we?
That's, Oh.
Taylor. How was the Trunks one?
I like this one.
get you with a 2C.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower.
What about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they used something other than the shower...
Oh,
What did they do with the bloody
wetsuit? Yeah.
They cut it up and whoosh.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare
What
it
is it
would
with them and
definitely
shit?
clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way around?
How was it
Perhaps
made?
someone other than the killer moved the body?
Oh, I
Maybe
already
they
had
were
that
able to
out.
wash it off.
I think I already know this one.
How is it me?
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Because you always take it
Maybe they simply washed it off.
I take about 2 to 3
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower.
What about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they used something other than the shower...
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and whoosh.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way around? Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body? Maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
No, that's wrong!
No, that's wrong.
No, that's right.
If they just needed to wash off the blood, they didn't necessarily have to use the shower. They could have just as easily used something else.
Something other than the shower. Like what?
No, the drinks inside the refrigerator.
I see!
Because there was shit ton of fucking water
Drinks
bottles.
inside the refrigerator. Couldn't the killer have used those to wash off the blood?
I've seen through it.
Of course he jumped in.
Yeah.
In theory, that's impossible.
Why?
Try to remember the refrigerator carefully, and then you will understand that there's no possible way the drinks in the refrigerator were used.
Yeah, except for like the trash can. Well, I already know which one to go for.
It's true there were drinks in the beach house refrigerator. However, try one bottle dripping wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
I can't back down!
You can't assume they used just one drink. They could have used a bunch of them to wash it off.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator.
Allow me to cut through those words!
There were water bottles inside the refrigerator.
How many times do I have to tell you? There were no water bottles in there whatsoever.
That was after the incident, right? But before the incident, there were water bottles in the fridge. And the killer took all of those water bottles and used them to wash the blood off their bodies.
So you're saying the water bottles were gone? Because they were all
Guess
used?
what?
That's
It's,
logical fallacy.
Logical fallacy.
It's not a fallacy. There should have been evidence inside the trash can.
Yeah, it's a logical fallacy! It goes against every part of me.
Goddamn logical fallacy.
It goes against every part of my beliefs, no matter what. That means it's obviously a logical fallacy. We're fucking motherfuckers.
Logical fallacies. You're a logical fallacy, Taylor.
Evidence
Actually,
like a lot
that
of
might be
thrown away
accurate.
plastic water bottles. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Oh, you're right. These bottles look like
When
they
are
may
you
have
gonna
been
get
filled
a
with
Vita?
water.
Well, now that you mention it.
I don't want a Vita, right? You want some Vita bread? You want some?
When I went to the beach house a few days ago,
I guess next
I
Christmas
feel
you're
like I
gonna get
drank one of those plastic water
a
bottles.
Vita by now.
What? You should have said so sooner.
Yeah. Seriously, you should have.
Then, the plastic water bottles were used in place of a shower.
Dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy to understand
Well, I do
explanation.
have a PSP, but I don't have a charger for it. Just go. I don't want to pay money for a charger.
Really? Really?
I saw that.
I commented on Jay's post and said,
Technically, that's false. Because if it's an automatic, it's smart enough to know to go up gears. If it's a stick, you have to help it go.
that's actually very true. Ooh.
It seems you've realized who the killer is.
Yeah! Yeah!
See? Just as I thought. Hold on. You know who the killer is?
Is that true?
Let me ask, who might that be?
Oh no! Hey guys, it's decision time! Decision!
He's gonna say you're wrong for cheating.
Who could it be? Is it
You seriously just get over there?
No, it's Becca.
You're the only one!
Okay, it actually lets you. Good.
Hecko. Is it you?
Hey, what are you being quiet for? They're accusing you of being the killer.
Then I should ask you this. Why do you believe I'm the killer?
I remember when we were all meeting up to go to the beach. Your appearance when you came to the diner.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some cheesesteak shots. Also, she wears black, so even if there was blood on it, it wouldn't show. It wouldn't show.
They really did wash the blood off with water bombs. They'd have to drench their entire body, but there were no towels in the beach house, and it would have taken a while for the water to fully air dry. So you said you went swimming so you'd have a cover story.
Don't just stay silent! Say something! Hold on, you bastard! You saw her at the diner! You never saw her near the beach house, right? So maybe she really was swimming!
No one even saw her swimming.
No. I saw her.
Pad the game! Fucking pad the game!
After
I'm
I ran into you
genuinely
bastards at the
asking.
diner, I crossed paths with her on my way home.
Yeah, that totally doesn't sound suspicious at all. I wonder why he's suddenly defending her.
So there's no doubt. She would have arrived at the diner from the opposite direction of the beach house.
No, dipshit.
Hold on. That's strange. Didn't you just say this earlier? You told me you didn't see anyone. Don't try to tell me you forgot about that.
Not so fast! It's too soon to decide she's a killer. We haven't established how the killer was able to leave the beach house.
Yeah, except I totally
Now
know.
that you mention it, you're right.
The roadside door was blocked.
Except
And if
if
it's
you're like a
impossible to leave from the
5-year-old, you
beach
should be
side
able to
without
tell
leaving
how.
footprints, then how the fuck did the killer escape?
Why are you all fired up, Fuyuhiko? You're not the suspect. Heko is.
Who cares about that?
I wonder why
Answer
you're
me!
so,
If you have an
fired up.
explanation, then show me what you got!
we might have an answer.
Huh? Do you really? This mystery seems unsolvable.
Well, if Coco is the killer, then I might just have an answer to that mystery.
I see. Then let's hear this alleged method of escaping the beach house.
First, let's establish how the killer escaped.
Let's see! If the roadside and beachside doors aren't an option, the only other thing I can think of is... well, nothing really. Except that small window in the shower room.
Huh. Don't you know how high that window is? There's no way Peko could have reached it.
And then you're like, haha, got you. There's no screws in it.
What if,
Half of
for
one
instance,
time.
she
Seriously.
got help from someone?
Always characters in there.
She might have reached it by riding someone's shoulders, but then that person would have been left behind.
Is it possible an object was used? A rope, for instance?
And what happened to the rope after they used it? And don't say something stupid like they threw it outside.
They could just pull it up, dude.
Of course not! That would violate the school trip rule!
Yeah.
Littering is prohibited. Even if it might be evidence, rules are still rules.
You see? There's no way they'd be able to escape from that window.
No, they just have to use an object.
Chiaki, don't fall asleep on us! We just said they couldn't use an object!
You did? I thought you were saying they couldn't dispose of an object.
I see. You don't have to throw it away if you can just hide it somewhere on your body.
Huh? Pekka was wearing a swimsuit, remember? Where would she even hide an
except
object?
she was wearing her, like, shorts, her sword sheath.
And if you say she hid it in her special place, I'll stab you in yours!
She's wrong to stab a dick. Yoko is a dick to dicks. God damn.
Please don't be violent.
Oh, are we doing this again?
I have no idea.
Where do I? Fuck it, I'm just looking this up. I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with all this fucking guesswork.
I would guess stepladder, but
Seriously? Are you kidding me? Yeah, okay.
Batman?
I wish.
Peko, you carry that bamboo sword on your back at all times, right? If I recall correctly, you had it then too. Despite the fact that you had a swimsuit on, you were still wearing your bamboo sword.
Are you saying she used that bamboo sword to escape through the window?
Yeah. Peko used that bamboo sword as a step stool and escaped out the window.
This is like...
How do you do that?
It's like almost borderline ridiculous, but...
Sword as a step stool?
She's the ultimate swordswoman, so...
You see? I knew it! I knew it was a ninja! Didn't I tell ya? A ninja could have climbed that easily! Ninjas know a climbing trick where they lean their sword against a wall and use the handguard as a step stool. Wow! Just like a Japanese ninja!
Except I used the bamboo sword, and that sheath that you're talking about is just like 2 pieces of cloth. Or, not really cloth, but 2 pieces of leather. So... honestly, it would just slip down.
Miss Sonia, ninjas only exist
my
in Japan.
disbelief for this game, I guess.
Well, it is a bamboo sword, but I'm sure a slender girl like Peko could easily use it to climb.
Well, Peko, do you have anything to say?
Oh, PTA meeting. I don't know.
Hold on a sec, you bastard!
Shut the fuck up, Yuriko. Shut the
You're
fuck
saying
up.
she used her sword as a step stool and went out the fucking window? Then what about the sword? It would have been left in the shower room and she wouldn't have been able to recover it, dumbass!
Fuyuhiko, why do you even care?
Shut up! Just shut the fuck up and answer me! If you have an answer, then fucking give it to me! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
DDR.
Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Bastard! Got proof, you bastard? I'll sell your fucking organs! You're pissing me off! You're pissing me off! Bastard! Shut up! Shut up! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
This is the end! If she used her bamboo sword as a step
did it
stool,
right this
she could have
time.
recovered it with her sword back.
Instead of bone on the beat or... What the fuck was that? Bone on the beat?
Something like that.
Huh?
Oh, it was bone on the beat.
Yeah, it was bone on the beat.
Because they had to pull the bone out of the beat.
And that was where the skewer was.
When she leaned her sword against the wall to use as a step stool, she tied her sword back to it. And after she climbed up to the window, as long as she hauled the bag up toward her, she would have been able to recover her bamboo sword.
I see. Not just the bamboo sword, but even the sword bag, too. She used them both to escape. Akane said she's like a ninja, but it's nothing as silly as that. Simply put, only Peko could have performed this feat. An escape plan befitting of the ultimate swordswoman. Even so, how disappointing. If you'd only let me work with you, it would have been an even greater plan. No! You just back off!
Is it true?
Hold on! You're just making assumptions!
At least this one is
You don't
3
have any
hours.
proof. I won't accept this unless there's proof! Got it, you bastard?
It's near the,
It's fine.
it's basically the end of the case.
Huh?
I said it's fine. Saying anything more would just be an exercise in futility.
Among flowers, the cherry blossom. Among men, the samurai. I commend your decisiveness. Very well. If you admit it, this ends now. Let's cast our votes.
Hurry up and vote.
Hold on. Let me confirm one thing first.
Can it wait until after the voting?
This is important, and it relates to the voting. It's about Peko's motive.
My motive?
In the end, you had no connection to the events depicted in Twilight Syndrome murder case, right? Then, why did you kill Mahiru?
So it's about that. Let's see. If I must answer that question, I must say it was for the sake of justice.
Justice?
In order to protect the justice of this world.
Yeah.
I do not sully my hands to satisfy personal grudges. There is only one reason I kill. For protecting justice.
What are you saying?
Justice is what makes humans human. It's a virtue that human beings should be proud of. Justice is the eternal sun and the enduring moon, the protective father and the smiling mother.
Hello! Earth to Peko!
If justice ever disappeared from this world, the world would immediately freeze and people's smiles would vanish. I will not allow that!
It's fine, just stop it!
Justice must always be lying bright above our heads.
I'm telling you to stop it!
So I must fight. I must continue to fight to protect justice.
Yeah, except you're gonna die. So,
Could she be?
how's your justice?
As the light of justice shines upon my mask,
Oh, she's
I
actually like
expose
crazy.
the hearts of malevolent evil. Justice complete. The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me. Sparkling justice!
Random Japanese kana next to it. I guess they got too lazy to translate that. Unless that's sparkling justice.
Now then, let's execute justice!
What? What the fuck?
Agreed.
Peko, what are you doing?
I am sparkling justice. In the name of sparkling, shining justice, I have come to deliver justice.
What's going on? What's this? Chill.
Peko finally snapped!
Everyone, please be careful. Sparkling Justice is a serial killer who claims to be an ally of justice. Clad in her various hero masks, she is a serial killer who exclusively targets other criminals. She is supposed to be... an
ally of justice? So that's why you're wearing a mask! This mask is the dividing line. Just like various idols, the sun is revered because it lies just beyond your heads. Justice should also be the same.
I don't get it, but this is becoming really crazy.
You've got like these eyebrows.
This is turning out to be a surprising turn of events.
D-twist.
Bruce Willis died at the end of Sixth Sense.
He's already dead. He died in the beginning.
Yeah. Bruce Willis was dead.
Yeah, for the whole movie.
Yeah. I know.
He said he dies in the end. He died in the beginning.
But that was the plot twist, is that nobody knew that he was actually dead, and then at the end, they were like, oh, he's actually dead.
Only he and the kid did.
Hey! Now's not the time for you to be sleeping! Take a look! It's a killer!
Take the words right out of my mouth, man.
This again?
Again, yeah.
Huh? Sleepwalking?
So what's your answer to my previous question? Why did you kill Mahiru?
This world must always be bathed in the light of justice. I must not allow even one shadow. Evil must be eliminated immediately. No matter what, I must not overlook evil.
Evil? Are you saying Mahiru is...
If you knew about that incident, then you must have played the game. Am I right?
And because of that, I was able to find the killer's accomplice hiding on this island like a sewer rat.
Then, the reason you killed Mahiru was...
To protect justice, of course.
What'd she do?
In order to protect justice, I have become its merciless sword.
You mean, like, how?
What did Mahiru do that was just?
I don't know, dude.
And
That's why I'm
executed
playing this
justice.
game. It's because I'm actually trying to find out.
Holy crap! She's such a stereotypical psychopath!
She's so gross!
And you're still in the way.
Echo, is this your true identity?
My true identity? I have already forgotten who I am. It just shows my determination. My determination to protect by throwing away what's most important. I'm willing to become anybody to shower this world with justice.
I like the lead speed they got right there.
Oh! I can't stand this anymore! Let's just end this farce already!
Oh, are you gonna make me do a closing statement?
Let's go over this incident one more time and then let's end this.
Fuck!
She admitted it!
scared and outside. At least I'm not like really fucking this up.
Yeah.
And then no offense, asking for your help. Because I appreciate all the help.
There's one thing I need your help.
What's that?
I've got every character. Go on.
Who's that?
Roger Ellis. The thing you have to do, you have to get a great win on round 3. And then destroy Roger Ellis. I can't get a great win. I'll usually sit there and sit there for 2 hours trying to get a great win. I can't get it.
Here's everything that happened in this case. The incident began this morning when Mahiru spoke to Hyoko. Mahiru most likely played Twilight Syndrome Murder Case, the video game provided to us as the motive. She probably wanted to discuss it with someone else who also appeared in the game as a character. Hyoko accepted Mahiru's invitation, and they promised to have a more detailed conversation about it later. However, someone else overheard their exchange. The killer. The killer eavesdropped on their conversation and used their promise to devise a specific murder plan by preparing a specific item. They planned to manipulate the two's actions. That item was the letters. They sent fake letters to both Mahiru and Hyoko. The letter Mahiru received told her to come to the beach house at 2:30 p.m. And the letter Hyoko received told her to come to the beach house at exactly 2 p.m. By providing different times, the killer was able to lure them to the beach house separately. Hyoko totally trusted that letter, showed up at the beach house at 2 p.m., just like it said, and was drugged into unconsciousness by the killer lying in wait. After putting Hyoko to sleep, the killer immediately hid her inside the closet so they could frame her as the killer later. At 2:30 p.m., Mahiru arrived at the beach house. She was completely unaware that she'd been targeted for murder. Approaching her from behind, the killer struck the defenseless Mahiru with a specific weapon, the metal bat that was left at the scene of the crime. The bat was brought down onto the back of Mahiru's head, and with that, she took her last breath. According to Mikan's autopsy, Mahiru died instantly, so she probably never knew who killed her. With that, the killer achieved their goal of killing Mahiru and began to tamper with the crime scene. They dragged Mahiru's body so that it blocked the door leading to the road. Also, the mask found at the scene of the crime was something the killer personally left. I'm not really sure why. My guess is it's something similar to a calling card.
She should have had her left eye popping out of the side of her head, going, Maggie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's how the crime scene we discovered was created. However, by moving Mahiru's body, the killer got blood splatter on them.
Damn, son, you just took one hell of a hit.
Plus, the shower room had no water because it was out of order, so they couldn't wash it off. But the killer expected something like that to happen. Instead of the shower, the killer used something else to wash the blood off their body. They used plastic water bottles that were inside the beach house refrigerator. We can assume they carried the bottles to the shower room before the sequence of events had happened. In place of showering, they washed the blood off their body with water bottles instead. However, they had no choice but to dispose of the empty bottles in the beach house's trash can. Littering is against the rules, and it would have taken too much time to throw them away somewhere else. After the killer washed off the blood, they hid in a specific spot inside the closet Hiyoko was in. The killer hid inside the surfboard case that they had already emptied beforehand. After some time had passed, the sleeping drug used on Hiyoko wore off, and she woke up. I can imagine how badly Hiyoko must have panicked when she came out of the closet. I mean, she made plans to see Mahiru, who lay dead right in front of her. From the shock and panic of being considered a murder suspect, Hiyoko fled from the beach house. Because of that, she left footprints in the sand. Everything was a trap set by the killer to frame her. After Hiyoko left, the killer finally came out of the surfboard case and placed a gummy that they brought with them to shift our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Ironically, placing that gummy is what helped clear our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Finally, the killer began preparing to escape from the beach house. They couldn't risk leaving their footprints in the sand, so they escaped the beach house using a different route, the small window in the shower room. However, that window is rather high up and can't be reached easily, which is why the killer used the bamboo sword they always carry with them. The killer took the bamboo sword out of its bag, tied the bag to the sword's handle, and used the sword as a step stool to reach the small window while holding the sword bag in their hand. As long as they're able to reach the window, all they had to do was pull the bag to retrieve the sword. And so the killer left the beach house and appeared before us as if nothing had happened. But their wet hair and swimsuit didn't dry right away. There also weren't any towels at the beach house. So when the killer met up with us, they said they had been swimming for a while as an excuse. So how about it? This is the truth behind the incident you caused. Isn't that right, Heko Pekoyama?
I did it. Good.
I see.
We did it. We did it. We did it.
What of it?
We did it.
She's like totally cool with it. I haven't done anything to be ashamed of.
We did it. We did it. We did it.
What are you saying? You killed Mahiru!
Wrong! I punished evil in the name of justice.
Yeah, you still haven't told us why.
That's no reason to condemn me.
Whatever. Let's hurry up and vote so we can freaking kill this weird, crazy bitch!
There's no way you can kill me. Justice can never be killed. You should all know that as well.
What are you saying?
To protect what's most
What are you
important to
saying?
you must be prepared to throw away something equally important.
Is this equivalent exchange? Is this Full Metal Alchemist now? To obtain something, one must give up something of equal value in return. That is alchemy's first law of equivalent exchange.
Understand?
Not really. Still don't know why.
I don't get it! I don't get it at all! Then I shall be direct. Justice must carry on.
I get it, like, she's a serial killer and she's fucking crazy, but,
In
like...
order to keep justice, to keep me alive, you all must give up your lives.
And why would we do that?
Are you serious?
It's not serious. It's justice. If I fall here, who will combat the evils of this world? Now, follow your hearts of justice that reside within you all, and save my life to protect justice. Hurry and carry on justice.
Give me a break! Who's gonna die for you?
If we let Peko go, we're all gonna get killed! For the sake of grand justice, a few sacrifices are unavoidable. Sacrifices? Don't worry. The justice that you give your life to protect will never go to waste.
I can't stand her anymore. Let's vote already and execute her.
However, before we do that...
Monokuma, the vote! Hurry up and let us vote already!
I'm awake!
He finally woke up.
I've heard your story. Well, I wasn't listening, but who cares?
Oh yeah, I woke up. It's not even like... I'm awake. I'm awake. I'm awake.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
Who's guilty?
I don't like the 8-bit pictures they did there. I wish they just done like the normal ones like the first game. It's just a small break, but still.
Pardon me, can we please have a little more time? Pardon me. Can we have a little bit more time? Please let us continue our discussion.
Continue our discussion? But isn't the voting over?
Yes, but I cannot help but feel strange. Something about this is definitely strange.
Strange? What do you mean?
That is true.
As a serial killer enthusiast, you're wondering if Petco is really sparkling justice, am I right?
Hey, Miss Sonia isn't a serial killer enthusiast. She just has a little more passion about them than most.
That makes her an enthusiast.
Honestly, it felt strange to me too. I mean, there's a distinct difference between what we know about sparkling justice and Petco, right?
Distinct difference?
You know, Sonia describes sparkling justice like this.
Justice complete! The center of justice that is pierced by justice! The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky! That would be me! Sparkling justice!
I see! That's right. According to what Sonia said,
The article was written in their native language, so I tried to translate it.
if she had a translator, that means it wasn't written in English, right?
Huh? Yes, the magazine I read was written in Spanish. So, Sparkling Justice's catchphrase was no doubt written in Spanish as well. Which means the journalist and Sparkling Justice are both...
From Spain?
What?!
Petco, you're not sparkling justice. There's no way that's possible.
Can you try saying that catchphrase in Spanish?
Will you be able to do that?
It appears that the time has come for this mask to come off. However, that's perfectly fine. It's no longer necessary, and even if you find out now, it's too late for you all to do anything about it. My duty has already been finished. My duty as a tool has already been completed in full.
Looks like she's back to normal?
That mask has fulfilled its purpose. Just as I have.
What do you mean? Fulfilled its purpose? Too late? What are you getting at?
Now that you've already cast your votes, is what it means.
Hey, be clearer! We're asking you what your purpose was.
I have no purpose. I am just a mere tool.
Tool? What do you mean?
She called herself a tool, which means someone else used her then?
Of course. A tool cannot do anything on its own.
I see. Finally understand. Well, I did have a sneaking suspicion all along.
What do you mean?
I mean, besides Peko and Kyoko, someone else was also at the beach house.
Someone else?
There is proof that establishes that fact. Try to remember it.
Damn it! I see! Are you talking about the body discovery announcement?
Yep, that's right. I mean, didn't Monokuma say so earlier? That announcement is made when at least 3 people discover a body. And in this particular case, the killer, Peko, is not one of those 3. If that's the case, it would mean only Hyoko and Kazuichi discovered the body, but...
I see. That leaves us one person short.
So that means there was one more person in the beach house.
Plus, the fact that Monokuma tried to hide that truth from us by being flexible with his own rules. That's such a vital clue that it could alter the outcome of the trial. Like an accomplice, for example.
No, that's not it.
Huh? Am I wrong?
Yes, from your basic way of thinking about it, you are wrong. Didn't I tell you? I'm just a tool. That means I'm just a simple tool to be used by that person.
Therefore, that person would have the strongest motive out of anybody else here, right?
Oh, hey,
You're the only one!
Yeah.
I see. Now I finally see the connection. The connection between the motive and the incident.
But even if it's the motive, it's just a game, right? There's no reason to believe it's even true. Would you call a game like that a strong motive?
I can prove it with this!
Yeah. Because
I didn't think it was necessary to confirm it if it didn't have anything to do with Mahiru's murder, but there's no doubt that game is based on actual events. That much is clear if you saw the ending prize. Photos awarded for beating the game are not actual in-game screenshots. They're all actual photos, with the surrounding scenery cropped out. You knew all along, Fuyuhiko, didn't you? You knew whether or not the first victim in the game was actually your little sister, right?
And I said, it doesn't expire, I hope. He goes, no, it doesn't. If you guys come for Portland Retro Gaming Expo, I'll do it.
Because whoever beat the game first received
I want to go to that still, so I plan on saving it for everyone should save up, like you, Ari, Zach.
It was the envelope, right? The person who received the ending prize. It was you, wasn't it?
If you were shown a photograph of your sister's dead body, you'd have no choice but to Even so, you wanted to deny the truth. That's why you sent those photos to Mahiru to confirm it.
Hey! Why are we talking about Fuyuhiko? Who cares?
That's totally normal considering just what the fuck is going on?
Because Peko is the killer, right?
Yeah.
But
are all too late. As I said before, I exist as nothing more than a tool.
So, what would happen if you got everybody else killed? Would you just, like, cease to be? I'm asking that, like, legitimately. She's talking about how she uses herself as a tool.
She used them as a tool, but she actually did kill them. How the hell is it that everyone's like, oh my god?
I had no motive for killing Mahiru. No reason to kill. Not even the will to kill. I was simply used as a tool. As long as I am a tool, I cannot defy my orders. Hey! What's going on? Can anyone give me a simpler explanation? Please. I'm not the killer.
Except you are.
The true killer, who used me as their weapon to kill Mahiru Koizumi, was Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu.
Surprise.
What the hell?
I see. That's what you were aiming for all along.
No.
Nagito is fucking creepy.
But my young master... My young master planned this from the start.
Young master?
That is the truth of this case. I'm sure you realize it by now. But it's too late. You cannot undo the vote.
That's a problem. If Pecco's allegation holds up, that means our vote was incorrect.
No, because she didn't kill him.
In that case, the person who gets to live is...
Whether you say to your tool, kill this person, the tool still did it.
Yeah.
Just... me?
That's nuts! No matter how you look at it, that's completely insane!
How would Pecco be a tool in the first place? Pecco is a legitimate human being!
That's not for you to decide. It's for Monokuma. The votes have been cast. All we can do now is wait and see what Monokuma decides.
What the hell?
Of course Monokuma's gonna be like, no, she's the killer, because he wants it to keep going.
B? I still got a B.
See, it was still 3 hours.
I'm in a bind, and what a bind it is. I guess for now, let's take a quick recess. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Commercials are shit.
What did this game get from GameSpot?
I don't freaking know.
I want to know what GameSpot.
You'll have a much better time going on like Metacritic or I'll actually show you the scores of multiple sites.
Sorry. Hey!
Hey, hey!
Well, GameSpot gave this game.
Okay.
I was expecting something lower.
You just don't know.
Hey,
No. I am nothing but a tool.
What?
If my young master is attacked, I must defend him as his shield. If he intends to kill, I must be his sword. That is my only reason for living. Before I am human, I am my young master's tool, first and foremost.
Yeah.
Until this body of mine can no longer move, I shall fulfill my duty until the very end. Nothing.
True.
You fiend.
No. I am nothing but a tool.
It really is 3 hours. Every single time.
You know, I think, man, this one can't be 3 hours. I was fucking wrong.
Damn it.
This isn't No More Heroes where you get to the 5th boss battle and then you don't have to do anything. When I first saw that boss, I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna die. And I'm like, oh, I don't have to do anything.
Damn it! Don't fuck with me!
So yeah, that blonde girl, that was in the truth bullet evidence.
Yeah.
That was actually his sister.
You...
So...
I mean, you showed her a picture of a dead body, dude. I mean...
So what was his motive then? Is he gonna say it?
Yeah. You want me to just spill beans? Because it's gonna happen anyway.
Sure.
Aww.
Now I'll just let you find out.
Oh my!
Huh?
But... Are you serious? Oh.
But... Hey.
What the?
What did she have to do with it?
And so,
That is... Hey.
Why, you...
But... Why?
Shut the hell up!
What are you saying?
Jeez.
Young master, I am finished.
What?
Okay, it still hasn't been explained very well, because dialogue, but basically Mahiru is connected and somewhat responsible for the murder of his sister. So basically he wanted revenge, but then Peko came in at the last second and hit her with the bat. There, I explained it in like 2 sentences, which this game is gonna take like fucking forever to get to.
Of course!
Fuck. Monokuma dropping bombs.
Be quiet.
Yes, indeed!
It cannot be.
That's obviously wrong.
No.
So, did we all die?
This is troubling!
Just kidding. God, what are you guys doing?
I see. Great!
Wrong.
Now then. Huh? Hey.
It shouldn't even matter to
He's crazy.
not him, the other guy. It shouldn't matter to the dude that actually
What?
protected him. It shouldn't matter to him because no matter what, he would live.
Hold on.
No matter the decision.
Yeah, except like, whether she's a tool or not, she still killed someone. So,
Yeah, well, no, I get that. Like, if whatever Monokuma decided, if Monokuma decided that he was actually the killer and not her, he'd get to go free. If Monokuma decides she's the killer, then she dies and he still lives. So either way, he doesn't lose.
Nah, dude.
Yeah.
Peko didn't kill him.
I know.
So,
Yes, I get that. I understand that, but if Monokuma decided that everyone else's theory was the right one, that he was technically the killer because he told her to, then he
except
would still get to go.
that's not how this works.
I know that's not, but if that's what he decided.
A kill is a kill. Doesn't matter. The person that did the killing is alive. It doesn't matter if somebody
Yes,
sick the body goes.
I know the rules.
So technically,
But it's a hypothetical hypothesis. If Monokuma decided, no matter what he decided, he would have been fine.
Well, yeah.
Oh, shut up!
Aw, Mike, you don't want to hear my opinion?
No! Your opinion sucks.
Yeah. I wonder what would happen. I wonder what would happen to Peko if she unintentionally got her her only ray of hope murdered. I wonder what would happen. Let's continue.
What?
You know, her being the tool for Fuyuhiko only. I wonder what would happen.
Jeez.
Hey.
God, there's so much dialogue. God, man.
Yeah.
What if you could just save it right here?
You know, at this point,
I can. No, I can't. No.
At this point, when we do live streams, we should do half tries.
I can't. I get to save right here. We gotta at least get to the killing scene.
Yes.
I'm...
And I think, like I said, from now we should do half tries. Have that.
Yeah, so they don't last 3 goddamn hours.
Yeah.
Hey. Damn it!
Young master, I am finished.
You... What the hell did you do? You already know, right? What's going to happen after you kill someone?
I did it because I know. There's no way I can let that happen to you.
Hey, Pekka. Do you remember what I told you when we first arrived on this island? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. You need to run. Got it? Just let me take the fall so you can get away.
Young master, that is impossible.
Shut up! I'm ordering you not to worry about me!
There is no way I cannot worry about you. I am my young master's tool. A tool to protect my young master. Without an owner, a tool serves no purpose.
That's why I was asking. What would happen if Pekka was the only one that would go free? If they picked Fuyuhiko, who...
What would she do?
Yeah, what would she do? What would she become? Would she have a purpose anymore? Not really.
God damn it, we are done with that crap! Why won't you listen to what I'm saying?
Regardless, I will not flee. Besides, I'm fairly certain they'll discover the truth soon enough.
Then, why did you...
I have a plan.
Huh? A plan?
Please do not worry. I promise I will keep my young master alive and return him safely home.
You idiot. What do you intend to do?
I intend to fulfill my duty as your tool. Now please, go! Hiyoko will be waking up soon, after you leave. I must block the door to the road with Mahiru's body. Hurry!
Damn it. You better run away. Got it? Just forget about me! Forget about the Kuzuryu clan! You better escape! Sorry.
master!
I'm a disgrace. Pekka.
Young master!
Uh-oh. Too bad. Why you?
Is it time to kill her?
Hey.
Time. He might.
Jeez.
What?
Is it time to kill her?
Please! Do it!
The Japanese are the people that wrote all this excessive dialogue. Can't blame me for this one.
Technically, if they wanted to cut it down for Americans, they could have made it shorter.
Yeah, no shit.
But they didn't. They're dicks.
No, duh, they're Japanese, dude.
Sorry. Huh?
Young master!
What?
Even so, I wanted you to escape.
Pekka.
I am terribly sorry. Goodbye. And please do not cause a senseless killing such as this ever again. I will never feel despair.
So cool!
Thank you!
Masterful Yuhiko.
So,
I want you to remember.
jeez.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Why?
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment!
I never needed a tool. So, you didn't need to become a tool.
Let's give it everything we've got!
You just needed to be yourself. I never wanted a tool. I just wanted you. Only you.
Young master?
Why? Why couldn't you understand? We've always been together ever since we were kids!
Let's go! It's punishment time!
Please, Monokuma, please.
Please, Pekko. Don't go!
She's asleep.
I need you! Don't leave me!
Young master? Young master!
After fucking 20 minutes of dialogue. That virtual boy graphics, go! God, man.
not right.
He's crazy. Well, they just referenced the first game, so what did you? Your Monokuma said your hope reminds me of him. Oh. So Makoto.
Listen carefully.
Or Makoto.
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 Hey, Makoto.
Hey, Makoto.
Everyone!
You serious?
He's still breathing.
Is he gonna be okay? Do something! Hey! You need to save him! Hey!
I'm trying, but his blood, he won't stop bleeding out.
Can't you do anything about it?
Why? Because he has spiked teeth? Because of his hair and his...
God damn it!
Because he has pink hair and spiked teeth? You need to stop just assuming things based on people's work. I need to check my privilege. Check your privilege. Cis scum.
You're so stupid.
I sexually identify as an attack helicopter, and you will check your privilege.
I will not check my vehicle privilege.
And cis scum. Cis scum.
You stupid brother!
I don't believe it! What the heck?
Why?
That's wrong!
Huh?
Hey!
The block is exposed, what? All the block gets
Hey!
Unbelievable. Fine. So, like...
An ambulance?
What? What? In the butt.
Just leave the rest to me, Dr. Killgood.
Dr. Killgood? You've already killed your patients!
We gotta get this patient to the Monokuma Hospital ER and get him under 24-hour observation stat. So, I'll see you later. Damn it.
Perhaps. However,
Fall, my tears.
Damn it!
You can see this countdown too? 4 people are already gone. We took our time preparing the hope fragments, but now we're no longer able to gather them. Honestly, I'm not so sure anymore. Whether it's better if we let them leave this island, or if we shouldn't let them escape. For those kids, which option is hope and which is despair? But I guess there's no time to hesitate. If this countdown reaches 0, that guy will probably take over our plan's final stage as well. What lies beyond that is the foul resurrection of the ultimate despair and the continuation of the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That cannot be allowed! We must prevent that by any means necessary. Even if we have to pay the ultimate price, I will definitely prevent it by any means. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope.
Yeah.
Danganronpa.
You ready to do your Jacksepticeye impression?
Well, that's it for this week's episode. If you liked it, punch the like button in the face like a boss, and high fives all around. Thank you very much, and we'll see all you dudes next for you!
Thank you, Mike.